Welcome to A Vibe Above, the podcast where your transformation begins. Here we break through boundaries, ignite your intuition, and rise to meet your greatest potential. Each episode is your space to release what no longer serves you, realign with your true path, and embrace the life you're destined to create. Your inner wisdom is your superpower, and together we'll unlock its limitless possibilities. Ready to elevate your vibe and step into your power? Let's do this. Welcome back to A Vibe Above. I am Dawn Ranieri, and I am so excited to be with you today on this new episode. As we move through this season of transformation, with Easter and Passover on the horizon, today's episode invites you into a deeper conversation about liberation and resurrection, not just as religious ideas, but as personal invitations to rise, release, and realign. Easter is traditionally about resurrection, rising anew, and stepping into a higher state of being. Passover is a celebration of liberation, freedom from what enslaves us. Whether you observe these holidays or not, the energy they represent is something we can all tap into. Because within each of us is the capacity to liberate ourselves from the cycles, beliefs, and burdens that no longer serve, and to resurrect a truer, freer version of who we are meant to be. Today we'll explore how to identify the hidden ways we stay stuck in old patterns, recognize what parts of us are ready to be liberated, embrace the energy of resurrecting the truth of who we are, and anchor in practices that bring these ideas into real life. So let's begin. Let's talk about liberation. In the traditional Passover story, the Israelites leave Egypt, escaping bondage and beginning a journey towards the Promised Land. In spiritual terms, this story is symbolic of any time we leave behind the Egypt of our lives. Those habits, fears, toxic cycles, or roles that feel like captivity. Liberation isn't always dramatic. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it looks like setting boundaries, or finally saying no, or choosing yourself. It can be internal, liberating your mind from scarcity thinking, or your heart from shame or guilt you've carried for years. Ask yourself, what in my life has started to feel too tight, too small, or too heavy? Where have I been walking in circles, repeating old patterns out of habit or fear? What would it feel like to finally walk away from that? Modern liberation is about becoming conscious of these patterns and choosing differently. It's about courageously walking out of the mental and emotional cages we didn't even realize we were in. Now let's look at the energy of resurrection. Easter speaks to the idea of rising again, of rebirth. And not just spiritually, but in our everyday lives. Think about the parts of yourself that may have been buried, the dreams you've abandoned, the voice you've silenced to keep the peace, the version of you that got lost while trying to be everything for everyone else. What if this season is inviting you to bring those parts back to life, to breathe energy into them again? Resurrection isn't about going back. It's not about who you used to be. It's about who you are becoming. To resurrect your truth means to reclaim your voice, reignite your passions, reconnect with your purpose, and remember what lights you up. Think of a part of you that has felt dormant. What would it take to resurrect it, even in a small way? Maybe it's giving yourself permission to create again, or to speak honestly, or to slow down and feel what's really going on inside. These two themes, liberation and resurrection, aren't just seasonal energies. They are ongoing invitations. Sometimes before we rise, we have to be willing to let go, to set ourselves free. And sometimes, as we free ourselves, we begin to remember who we really are. And that alone brings us back to life. You might ask, what would it look like to liberate myself from the expectation of others? What version of me is ready to rise now? If I trusted that I am safe to grow, expand, and change, what would I do differently? These questions don't require immediate answers. They are meant to open space inside you. And when space is made, something new can emerge. Let's do a short exercise to help ground these concepts into your body and awareness. Take a few deep breaths and find a comfortable position. Please do not be doing this while driving. Let your body soften and your mind settle. Close your eyes and imagine standing at the edge of a doorway. Behind you is everything you've outgrown. Old beliefs, outdated stories, patterns of fear or doubt. In front of you is a new landscape. It's open, free, alive with possibility. This is your inner promised land. Ask yourself silently, what am I ready to walk away from? See it, name it, thank it, and then let it go. Now ask, what is ready to come alive in me? Feel the energy of that rising within you now. With your next breath, imagine stepping forward into this new space. Let your body feel lighter, freer, more expanded. You can come back to this practice whenever you feel stuck, burdened, or unsure of your next step. Let it be a reminder that freedom and new life are always available. As we move through the sacred season, I invite you to see yourself as both the liberator and the resurrected. You have the power to walk out of what no longer fits and to rise into what is finally aligned. You don't need to wait for a perfect moment. This is the moment. If this episode spoke to something in you, please like, share, and comment so others can join the conversation. And if you're ready for deeper support in releasing old patterns and embodying your future self, please visit my site at avibeabove.com. Your freedom is sacred. Your becoming is beautiful. Let yourself rise.